Hey y'all, it's me Alex. Today I'm doing a Haultorial. I think my friend Audra at home might have been the one to coin the term, so props to her for that. Basically, I bought some new makeup, and these aren't all first impressions necessarily, but I did want to show y'all some of the makeup that I have purchased recently and use it on camera, do a little tutorial, get ready with me. I created this look, which is very different from kind of what I normally do eye-wise, because this is not an eyeshadow. Y'all will see what kind of product I used to do this. But I do like how it turned out. A little patchy, but not bad. Anyway, so haul plus tutorial, let's get started. Okay, so my brows are done already. So that part of the Haultorials there. So I have a couple of eyeshadows that I don't know if I'm going to incorporate into this look, but I want to mention because I did get them. So I bought the Lime Crime Venus 3 palette because that was on sale for the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty for half off, and I've been lusting after this cute little color story for like years. And Courtney from Vera Nyx, she really likes this palette, so I trust her with my life and with my eyeshadow, so I absolutely bought this. The focus is going to be more liner than shadow, so I might use like a little bit of Rapture here. I have used this like once before. I used the two purples and Rapture for a look in conjunction with some of the other shadows that I'll be showing, so I might use that kind of like over my lid or my brow bone or something, but that's not going to be like the main focus, but I did want to show it. And then I also bought some shadows from Tara Moon's Cosmetics, which I have used in conjunction with the Venus 3. I have used these two. Let's see, this is Moontide, Reign of Terra, Sangre, and Lunar Haze. So I've only used these two. They perform really well. Since my liner is going to be kind of bluey, I might see if maybe using that as like an inner corner highlight as a pop might kind of do something, but that might be a little bit much with what I'm going for. So this is also a possibility for things that will appear on my eyes today. And then I also recently bought some of Melt's gel liners because whenever they do a big release, they always have like a sale of like 30% off everything on their site. And I love their gel liners. I just don't want to pay full price for them. So I bought 3 of them. So I have Slate, which is from their Blueprint collection, and then Spliff and Burnish, which I think is from one of their previous weed themed collections, which I'm actually kind of interested in the new one, but I'm gonna wait for reviews for that, just because I've always found like between their 420 palette that they released and then the Smoke Sessions palette, they get really mixed reviews on their like weed specific collections. I don't know why. And the thing is, like, this is like a total side note, like that's not particularly like my drug of choice or anything. Like, it's not a judgment thing. I just simply am not particularly into it, but I do enjoy a good weed themed collection because I love, like, you know, those sorts of tones. I think those tones on me are super flattering. So I just want them to come out with one that's like consistent, and the colors in the Mary Jane palette look really nice and kind of like they might, yeah, be some nice like kind of cool tone neutrals that I could wear, but I just want to see if, you know, they're actually good. But anyway, I'm going to use Slate as kind of like the main focus for my eyeliner, I think, today. As always, I'm going to prime my eyes with my NYX HD eyeshadow primer. And then I think I'm just going to dust that one shade from the Venus 3 all over my eyes, just to, because I never know, like, if I'm doing a look that's like graphic liner and stuff, do I just need to put down a primer? Do I need to do like shadow on top of the primer in order to make that work? Should I just like not do anything? I don't know like what the etiquette, what the proper procedure for that is, so I think I'll just go with that and we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to use the Elfin J. Kissa J3 brush, and I'm just gonna dust a bit of Rapture kind of all over and see how that works, because that's kind of a satiny shade, but it does have an interesting little like shimmer to it when you really use it. Like, I used it as a part of my look for Easter, and it actually looked pretty interesting, but I just wanted something that's like similar to the tone of my eyes to just kind of put down in case the liner needs something to kind of grab onto. It can do that. And actually that would be a super cute kind of one shadow look too. I think that's another sort of look. I don't particularly do one shadow looks, and that's because I'm difficult. Fair warning, I haven't done a smudgy liner look since I was like literally in high school. And back then I was using Revlon matte shadows and like the little spongy tip things that come in them. I had one in like an eggplant shade and one in a navy blue shade. And this look is actually kind of semi-inspired by that because I remember being a kid and reading Lucky magazine from like 2008. So I was like 12 or 13 then. And they had this really cool look of like doing a smoky navy blue eye with like cherry-ish lipstick or more of like a burgundy lipstick. And that looking really, really cool. Remember Lucky magazine? Yeah, that went bankrupt, I think, which was unfortunate. I was thinking of doing something semi-similar to that. I think that could look really pretty. So I'm first going to dip into the liner with my Elf & J Kiss J6 brush and kind of begin that in like my waterline and along my lower lash line and kind of like work my way around and then use a different brush to kind of smudge it out. Maybe, like I said, I've never done this look with like actual brushes. It's always been just like me as a child, like trying to replicate cool shit, you know? Okay, so obviously I put on a lot. So this is gonna look really bad before it gets good, I think. A part of me just wants to stick my finger in there and kind of go in with it like that, but I'm a little bit nervous as to how that would actually turn out. That would be something for me to play with off camera. I do really like this color. Like, you can't tell that this is actually gonna look good because it looks like shit, but I have a good feeling about this. I'm gonna do it one eye at a time. So that way I can also just kind of like work with it before it gets like dry and crusty. So I'm just going to use the Melton Beetlejuice brush, which I do have a little bit of shadow on, but that's okay. I'm just very lightly kind of dipping that into the liner as well and just kind of, okay. That's still harsher than I want it to be, but it looks better than it did before. I just want to kind of blend this out like Avril Lavigne style. I don't know if this is actually going to look good. If this doesn't look good, that'll suck because I have like 2 other videos that I want to film today. I'm just going to go ahead and kind of bring this up a little bit. Like almost just use this as like a cream shadow maybe. Because this is a really good color. This just, you know, is a very different way for me to be using this. Okay, let me get in a little bit closer to my upper lash line. Definitely does look very similar to my high school makeup. I think if I just maybe shape it a little bit better, then it'll be less like weird looking, you know? Okay, so I can't tell quite how this looks on camera. It actually doesn't look too bad in real life. Like, it's not something I've really done for a while with like liner or shadow or anything like that. I like how it looks personally. Let me see how it'll look when I do the other eye. And then like I can determine if this is a video that I'm actually gonna finish filming. I'm choosing to work like from that part out because that's obviously the part that I want to be the darkest out of everything. Is just like the part that's closest to the lash line. Okay, that's messy enough that I'm gonna go grab the other brush and fix it. Okay, the lower lash line this time is not starting off quite as bad as the other one. Okay, and let's try the top. Okay, I think this definitely looks better when it matches. Okay, I think I just have to really layer the product on, because obviously since it's a darker color and it's a cream product, it's definitely going to look a little bit wonky unless you blend it just right. So let me try that, what I was thinking of doing in the first place, and just okay. I think that does kind of improve it, make it look like, I think that I also just have an easier time blending it when I'm using my finger, which normally I prefer to use brushes, but since I'm not, since I'm using a cream product and, well, a gel product and not my usual just like powder eyeshadows, like I'm definitely going to, I can tell that this line is a lot harsher than this one, so I'm going to have to fix that. Let me just see if I use just like a little blending brush and working as quickly as possible too. I don't hate it. Okay, that's a good goal for me to be at. It still isn't quite as blendy as I would want it to be, but you know, that's really not a bad look though. I wish that like I could see how it's like actually looking on camera, like sans ring light. I'm going to kind of do the rest of my face before I even determine if I want to do any sort of like inner corner highlight or anything like that. Where's my lash curler? You know, if I actually figure out like some good ways to do more stuff like this instead of just like linery type looks, I could do an entire series on like how to use melt gel liners, possibly. So my lash definitely kind of stuck to that, so I think I got some of the liner in my lashes. Whoops. But that was not a sensation that I was expecting, nor one I would like to experience again. So I'm going in with my Urban Decay Perversion mascara, one of my classic staples, but only in the mini form, because any mascara larger than a mini that comes from a high-end brand is what? A scam. Yeah. I don't think I want to do any sort of inner corner highlight with this. I think that this is good on its own. It's definitely patchy, but it looks cute, and hopefully I'm going to analyze this footage before I film anything else. That way if it looks like shit on camera, I'll know, but I don't think it will. Okay, I'm gonna do another coat on my top lashes, not my lower lashes, because I feel like if I do 2 coats on my lower lashes, it looks really weird. Just like generally like my lashes look spidery, and that's not a thing of like this mascara, that's all mascaras. But I do really love this color like with my brown eyes. I think like navies and purples look really good like that. And actually I'm thinking maybe trying this look again with this one, which this one stains the shit out of my eyes though, so that might not be as good of an idea, but it could look interesting. Now, this is not a new product at all, but I just want to do my face with the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. I'm hopefully going to try and film my 3 looks 1 palette with the Genesis palette tomorrow. I've just simply been not super motivated to make a lot of high effort videos, and I love how my 3 looks 1 palettes like turn out, but they are very much a high effort sort of video for me. So that's not that's not something I want to film right now, honestly. At least not today. I've just been super tired. I think it's because my trigger point injections have worn off and I haven't been able to get an appointment to get my next round done. And so since like, you know, that impacts my chronic pain, that means I haven't been sleeping well. So I'm just all the time. Like, I'm not bad, but I'm definitely not quite as there as I normally am, you know what I mean? I think we're looking pretty good. So I'm going to use kind of the newest bronzer and contour that's in my collection, but y'all have seen me use this before. It ended up in my favorites video. So that's a Noon contour palette. And why am I having trouble opening this? Oh, I think I spilled a drink on my desk the other day, as in yesterday. I spilled a drink on my desk and this was sitting there. So it didn't get into the product or anything, but it got like a little sticky right here. I tried to get everything up, but I don't think I got everything. So I'm just gonna use the contour shade from there. I'm slowly coming into my own with figuring out how to use this palette in like an effective way, you know? And I feel like this kind of turns out pretty nicely. This is a really good contour shade for my skin tone. But I kind of just do my cheekbones. I don't feel like contouring much else on my face. And then I'm just going to use a bronzer, and I'm going to tell myself I'm going to use a lighter hand this time because I think the bronzer it's so nice and it looks so good on me. It's a really good tone. It's just still so much more pigmented than all of the bronzers I've kind of ever really been used to. So like learning curve there, you know? And then I'm just going to use a highlighter as well. And I think I'll do a slightly different blush maybe. We'll see. Just, you know, a nice little natural glow. So I got this little blush stick from e.l.f. when I was in CVS the other day, picking up prescriptions. And this is in Glistening Peach. It feels like light enough on my hand that like tone wise, it's not gonna matter too much and I can just kind of use that as my blush. And I love cream blushes that are like in stick form. Yeah, like that barely shows up. I love it. That's exactly what I want in terms of a blush. That's a good color. Like it really doesn't have that much of an impact on my look, but it looks nice. I like it. It's lipstick time. And this is not a lipstick that I bought. Like, I didn't even know I would be getting this. So, in my melt order, they sent me a lipstick for free. And I don't think it was like out of like a code I used or anything like that, because I did use a code to get like free shipping and the 30% off. But like there was no mention of a free lipstick in there. So I think they might have just made like a little bit of a mistake in my order. But anyway, I'm gonna use their lipstick in Cherried. I guess it's mine now. But it is a really nice shade and I do like Melt's lipsticks a lot. So this one is gonna kind of be, I think, a nice complement to the colors of this eye look. And it smells really nice. I love how Melt's lipsticks smell. Okay, that does look really nice. I like how that turned out. Yeah, I love Melt's Bullet lipsticks. Hate the packaging, but I do love how the lipsticks actually look. Okay, so I think this look is pretty cute. Like the eye stuff is definitely a teeny bit patchy, but not enough for it to matter to me. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this look. I'm going to try a few more ways to use like the gel liners. I especially am very interested in seeing like how these look because I feel like burnish especially will also be a very nice tone with my eyes. I could actually probably do like a cute little monochromatic look with that in this lipstick, maybe. We'll see. I'm actually also just like trying to find some good liner brushes. That way I can do a little bit more graphic looks because I have one, but it's very old and very frayed. And honestly, I can't really even use it to do wing liner anymore. It's frayed so bad. So if you have any recommendations, let me know down below. Just want to get some good liner brushes, synthetic, please. But yeah, okay, so this is a finished look. Feeling good, feeling cute. This is very different for me, but I like it. Anyway, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. And I will see y'all in my next one. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.